Everybody is Ray, and this is part 2 of the exclusive interview. Hey, it's Ray, and this is the interview of the day. I like to sing, I be rapping and dancing. This is part 2. It's part 2. It's part 2. And I'll be dancing, rapping, singing. I'll be dancing and rapping and singing. I got the wrapping paper in the vacuum. The instrument into is ready to do. Alright, so let's get to that interview. This is Ray, and so this is part 2. Yesterday, I got into lots of talking verbiage of me and my background, my past. So the background is the present. Everybody that was here was the present, and I like to speak and teach and speak and learn from every aspect of the surfaces being on the surface of the land. So the lands before time, our times, and the lands before just, me even, being able to remember, just to have had, Kodak moments on the camera, home videos and stuff. So shout out to the home videos and the Kodak moments and memories and the momentum of the energies, and just to have, an energetic aspect and aspirations about ourselves here. And so the present time, I'm speaking about my present times and my precious times and the times of us being here with the pressures of pressing through with just remembrance and remembering the great times that we be having. So me remembering that I was rapping, singing, dancing on home videos before I was even 1 year old. My name is Ray. Been rapping and singing and dancing, since I can remember, since I can, retain and store memory. So remembering my talents and, talentry and singstry and instruments and, freestylists and, guitarists and all this stuff that we do in the world. First of all, let me first start off by saying, throughout life, we pick up instruments, and we pick up dances. In my last interview, I stated that, I've been in dance classes. Okay, what I meant by that is, I've been around dancers, soaked up the energy since I can remember. Like I said, I've been dancing and rapping and singing and all that, freestyling and all that with my family members, immediate family members, because Ray view you and everybody as family, bam, banging on instruments and, dancing and on the pavement and all that, really just being that is amongst everybody else, being that being that we is. And today, in the presence, we is the present. And so, presently, with my presence and your presence here on social media, I feel like everybody being on social media already because of the home video. So shout out to the camera. Shout out to the Kodak moments and the moments in time. Before the times that we had the clocks and times, and to be here with the clocks and the times. And so clocking the times. This is Ray with the rhymes. And so they call me Rainy because I be rhyming, and I'm from where lots of rappers and singers from. I'm from Vallejo, California. Shout out to Mac Dre, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So. I'm a rapper and an R&B singer though. This is Ray with the flows. That's how it go. In the world full of sound. The sound of sound. The sound of the sound. And the sound of the sound. The sound of the sound. Sound of the sound, be around with the sound and the ways that we going This is my interview. This is my interview. This is Ray. Speaking to you. Speaking to me too. And so I take my own advice. I try to be an influencer out here. So I've been doing that with all of us in the world, us family, for the most part. That is the part. That's all of the most. We are the most high. We are the all. We are the high. That's all. And so, and beyond. And so, beyond that statement there, right here in effect, right here, the causes and the effects. I was dancing, rapping, singing since I can remember. And so, I said I was in dance classes. My first dance class was called African Dance, downtown Vallejo, California. Everybody and they, kids and stuff would be up there. It was a kids dance class. So I was the youngest in the dance class for a couple months, and then there was another younger person there. But we was all back to back. It was ages from like 4. And I was 4 years old. I was 5 years old. Just turned 5, all the way up to 18. The dance instructor was a male person. It was a fellow from Africa that taught African dance up there in Vallejo, California, America. And so California, in the Bay, where the Bay Bridge is at. Shout out to San Francisco. Shout out to the Bay Bridge, though. Shout out to everybody, right? And so that dance class I took for 1 year. Before that, I was learning for like a whole year. So 4 years old, I was learning with my siblings, which was like 4 years old all the way up to 18 too. But at this time, it was only like, 20 of us at the house, the kids at the house. It'd be like, 100 of us and stuff like that. Here and there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was the only kid sometimes. I was the kid that bounced around to everybody's houses the most because I lived with everybody, And so, as far as the background goes, everybody had their parents, set in stone in my family. So everybody was, stable. Me, I was stabilized, getting to know everybody individually, staying in everybody's houses. And I was grateful with gratitude, and I thank you because I got all type of views in different households and different ways of walks of life, like everybody else do, because we got friends and we be at each other's houses. So my family was my friends. And being that my family was so big and I lived with everybody, I really do know how to be around every different type of family dynamic. I'm Ray. And so me and my immediate siblings, because my cousins is my siblings, and y'all, everybody in the world is my cousins to me. And so there goes everybody in the world is my family. My cousins is my siblings, and my actual siblings is my siblings. Me and my siblings all got different parents as far as we got one parent that we share. And then outside that one parent, we all got different other parents. So obviously, the parent, that we mutually had 5 kids. And then branched off each of our other parents on our other sides. We all got different parents, other parent, but we all got that mutual parent. So on our other sides, we all got lots of siblings on that side too. And so we all was together too. And we all have the same cousins too. So even my cousins and their other sides from their parents that we know that's our people. So it's a big, big, big family because, again, in my last interview, my great-great-grandparents had 10 kids. And then they each had 10 kids. And they each had 10, 20 kids. And they 20, 10 kids and 20, 10 kids. And the kids of today, even younger than me and younger than the kids that I watched that was kids and 3 years under me and older than me, they got 10 kids and whatever the case have you. So it's a big immediate family that Ray is around. But again, me, I was the one bounced around. Me and my siblings, out of everybody in the world, I'm the middle child. And I'm the one that sibling of my first great grandparents set of kids that was kind of in everybody else's houses. So although we were set in everybody else's house and cousins, our siblings and stuff, it was regular and normal because some of my siblings being with my parents on both sides, both sides, lived with their grandparents. So in the household of this side, it was 20 kids, and then on the household of this side, You know, they was set in stone there. Everybody would come visit. And my other mutual, my other, so my life is complicated, but it's great. It's amazing. It's different. I've been through, great times. I've been through a lot though. And so just because I say my family big and it's great and they talented, they rappers, singer, dancers also, again, they taught me a lot, again, but then again, I always was a solo freestylers. And so I'm still solo and freestylers, but I do collab and stuff, and I have worked with them since 4 years old, here and there. And so, but throughout life, I bounced around houses, and we did lots of talents. And even though I bounced around houses, my siblings would come visit me with my other cousins. So it always was, no matter where we went, we always were together in each houses. It was plenty of houses, people living down 5 houses from each other. Vallejo's not but that big. It's a little city. It's a little big city like Reno, and stuff like that. I'm from again, Vallejo, California Bay Area. I'm from the Reno Vistas over there by the marina. So I talk about lots of water. I talk about lots of stuff. So shout out to 40 Water and shout out to Be Legit and again everybody that be rappers and just an influence out there. I am just the same and also, but again, I'm talking about me. This is an interview about Ray. And I've been dancing since, again, younger than one. I see my home videos and all that. They was rapping and singing already. So they would be holding me, people that's real older than me would be holding me and stuff, rapping and singing my name. Ray, they weren't even singing like that. Like, Ray, this was the song they would sing. Ray, me, da, 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 Ray. And I'll be just dancing to it at, little. And so I would see myself in that little Mickey Mouse jumpsuit, chilling and dancing, or just anything, riding bikes to anything. So I don't really talk about myself much. I'm always talking about everybody else because I do my music for everybody else. I care about everybody else. I'm a caring person. So I'll be out here actually tuning in just to my background so y'all get to know me finally. I've been wanting to tell my story, my documentary, and my documentation of my biography. And so me speaking and singing and all that, being a seamstress and always being a rapper, freestyling with my siblings and stuff, I always had to be somewhere else, and so I wasn't really, in a foundation where I had a group, or if I was in a dance team for too long. So I go to that dance. I was in that dance team at 5 years old first with everybody down there, African dance downtown California in Vallejo, California, with my siblings, but I was there first. Their friends was in my dance class. They was already in dance class when I went up there, and my great grandparent signed me up. First, they wanted me to do basketball. I had never really played basketball yet. I was 4 years old, and so they didn't even let me try out. And so they were just like, they too young. Bring them back next year. And so they took me to back again the next day because they seen gymnastics was up there over there by Hogan, up there in College Park, up there by El Median. I went to El Median Elementary School. I went to Lincoln Elementary School up in Reno. I left Vallejo at 9 years old, and then I moved back to Vallejo in Reno for a second, and then I got introduced to Sacramento. So lots of culture. I got lots of culture. I'm diverse with everything. I've been in different cities since young, but I am from Vallejo. So I went to El Whitman in Vallejo. My first school was Lincoln up in Vallejo, California, downtown. And so that is by the marina where I'm from. And so I left Vallejo, went up there by the marina in Sparks, Nevada, which is in Reno and them, and I went to the first school called Lincoln 2. And then I moved again. So I was always moving cities and moving back to Vallejo. So anyway, I've had a great life, a talented life, and all that because I always would do music. I always would visit my siblings and my cousins and my other people, no matter what, and they always would believe in ourselves and kept pushing with our music individually, and we would collab sometimes. I have cousins and that had birthdays. I have like 4 cousins' birthdays that I even lived in 8 houses, and we was four days apart in the same month, and so in the same age. And so we would do music. We would perform for our birthdays, and when my siblings and they sibling cousins would be there, and we'd be hosting very nice, talented parties at skating rings and everywhere we could at the house, parties, birthday parties, and all that. So I've been doing music, and so I've been a solo artist though. And so even though I picked up dancing before my dance class at 5 years old, I was dancing before that with my siblings. So obviously they taught me a few moves and stuff and don't count. But me, you kind of forgot what they taught me. But I do remember some of the stuff. But the thing about it is I don't really use anything that anybody ever taught me because in Reno, I ended up in another dance class for like a couple of months with my other cousin, and I was in here for like it was a hip hop class. The first day class was an African teacher and called African dance. The second one was a hip hop teacher up there, it was hip hop dance class at 9 years old. And so, but between that, I was playing basketball, I was playing soccer. I picked up the sport basketball at 5 years old because I was too young at 4. So I started playing dancing. That's a sport also. I started doing that dancing. And so again, I couldn't play basketball. It took me up there to play gymnastics. I couldn't try out for that neither. Although I was been training for gymnastics and dancing and rapping and singing before that. They would train me. We would play together. We would dance together. We would take it serious, and then we would be goofy with it. And so I did the same thing. I would rap, sing, and dance to my younger siblings and cousins. And my cousins did the same, even though we're all back to back 2, 3 years apart, or even the same age, a couple days apart. I lived with almost every single family that you can think about in my family, which was lots and lots of them. And so I lived in over 30, 40 homes. But it was always family members that, had my other siblings and or cousins that I was just, my parents' siblings, so we was real close and seeing each other all the time or spending nights at each other's houses. And I'm having the pleasure to be close to each and everybody and be everybody's literally their sibling also. And so although my cousins and all that is nitpick and tight, I feel like, that's great. And so again, I'm the middle child. My two older siblings on one of my parents' side birthdays in the same month, and my younger siblings are in the other month, and my birthday is all by itself in February. And so I'm happy to have been the one to have shared my birthday with my cousins because we all always had our birthdays again a couple days apart in the same month and all that. We was like the same age or 2 years apart. They were younger or older than me. My name is Ray. And so I'm just, speaking about my past and myself. And so I left Reno at 12 years old. I left Vallejo at 9, back and forth from again, Reno and Vallejo. Then I went and moved with my family members. I always was with family members. So anywhere I went, I was with Vallejo people. So Vallejo people would be where I was at in Reno or Sacramento. Vallejo people still in Reno and Sacramento. Shout out to Reno, Sacramento, Vegas, and everywhere else that people be going. And so I always had, I always had Arkansas people with me because there's lots of people and folks from Arkansas that moves to Vallejo. So